Hi, welcome to Craft It Sweetly. I'm Diana. Thanks so much for being here. The last video that I did incorporated both the photo strip images in 5 different areas, as well as more of your traditional book folding. So I had a lot of questions asking how did I create that pattern. This video is to show you how I created the pattern. So the image that I'm talking about, or the pattern that I'm talking about, is this one. It's up on the screen here. So this one is the one that has images in the 5 different areas, all photo strip, and then I also folded it to create the design as you see it. So how did I create that pattern? You can certainly use Photoshop. I'm not as knowledgeable about Photoshop and the process of creating it, but certainly doable there as well. I used Canva. It's super user-friendly, so that's what I'm showing you how to do it in Canva for this pattern. If you don't have a Canva account, I would highly recommend it. I'll link a referral link below if you're interested. You can sign up for a pro account if you want, or just use their free version. You can't really use some of the images that they have if you just use the regular subscription versus the pro. But for this project, you really don't need the pro. You can just use their free version. So I go up here to custom size, and for that I click on just 8.5 by 11 is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to create a design. It's 8.5, which is your traditional piece of paper. You want to make sure that this is in inches before you enter information. So 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to, you can see resume, magazine cover, it doesn't matter which one you pick, you're just going to create the design. And at that point you get a blank piece of paper basically. From here we want to include, you can use any shape you want. I used round, so I'm going to do the same thing for this video. And I have 5 different circles in this area. Now how do you get the photos you have in the round of a circle, or in the shape of a circle is what I'm trying to say. On the left hand side here is kind of your navigation of Canva if you're not familiar with it. And what we want to search for is in elements, we want to search for a frame. So you can type in frame, you can type in circle frame if you want, but if you're just looking at what kinds of frames there are, you can just put in frame. And once you hit that, you'll see lots of options, photos, videos, graphics, and all that. This is the one we want to use, is just frames. So I'm going to click on see all, and then look at all the options as far as shapes where we can add photos. So I'll use the circle one again. Like I said, you can use any of these if you want to try doing it with a heart, for example, or if you want to include it in rectangles, this design, really anything. So I'm going to click on this and it brings it over here. I'm going to resize this. You drag the corner in, however, whatever size you want it. And what I did was I made it where it was kind of large enough that you would see the photo, but not so large that it's going to interfere with the other circles on the page. So once you have one and you want them, possibly you can do them different sizes, but if you want them to be the same size, then you duplicate the circle because you want the same size. So you can either control copy or command copy if you're using a Mac. You can also go up here with the 3 dots and we're going to copy this or duplicate, and it duplicates it automatically. So I bring that over here. And if you see the dotted line right there, that means that circles are aligned. If it's not quite centered with the other circle. Let me drag this out just a little bit, but really you set it up wherever you want. So I'm going to duplicate this 2 more times, duplicate, and then duplicate, because I want 5 of them. Well, 4, and then I'll do a smaller one in the middle. So same thing going down, you can see that it's aligned with the circle above, right there, centered. And then there's another one that I duplicated right there. Want to be aligned in one direction and the other, so you can see the vertical and the horizontal to make sure those are centered. And then I'm going to add one more here, so I'll duplicate one more, duplicate, bring it here. Now if you look at it this way, it's the lines are solid. That means it's perfectly centered within the canvas, within that white canvas, and that's what I wanted. Now looking at it, the space between these circles and these circles, like with the corners, this is not very much space here, so it's going to make it a little trickier to fold things. So I want to give it just a little bit more room in between the circles. So this is a slightly smaller circle than the other ones. So once you have the layout that you like with this, then you go over to your Uploads tab here on the left hand side. You're going to click on Uploads and then select the images you want. So I have some images here that I've worked on. Let's just use, you can use your own images. I'm going to go down to Photos and then just use photos that I see here, just because I want to demonstrate something to you. These are recently that I've clicked on to do the video, just to show you. So you have a whole library of photos in here. The one thing is, if it says Pro here and you don't have a Pro account, you cannot use this photo. It won't let you. You also can't use this Pro photo if, for commercial purposes or something like that. So you can drag this image. So once you choose the image you want, you can click on it, but it's going to throw it on top of your design. So what you actually want to do, I deleted that, is take the photo that you want to use and drag it to the circle that you want. And if you see it, it kind of attaches itself to the circle you want. If you don't want it in that one, you want it in this, it'll move it there. So you drag it until you get to the circle where you want to apply it, and then let go. It's that easy. It's literally that easy. The trick with this is that you want images where what you want to be in the circle is in the kind of in the circle of the photo that you're dragging in. So you can see these are the angel wings that I included in that pattern with my mom. So that's the one that I took and put right there in the middle, and that's what I had in there. If it's something you don't want, then you just select it. You can tell that by the box that's selected, and then just hit the delete key, and that takes it away. And then if you decide you don't want the circle too, it's highlighted, you can delete it also. But I want that circle there. Let's see, I will take this lion, drag it over. See, it fills it nicely and centered. Did I use this one? I didn't use this one, so I'll use, let's see, I'll take that one. I'll move the lion down here just to kind of balance it off with lions and tigers right there. So now everything is kind of centered. Now I want to show you if the image that you're using, your subject is not in the center, kind of like this. Like if you look at this photo, it's more horizontal versus, I mean, this is more horizontal also, but the focal point is not in the middle of the photo. I will show you what happens. So let's take this out, and if I drag this over and drop it, that's what you see. So you're only going to see the middle of the photo. Okay, that may work well if you choose a rectangle shape instead of a circle, but if you're choosing a circle, you want to make sure that the subject, the center of your subject, or the focal point of your subject, is in the middle of the photo. So let me delete that back out. And which lion is it? This, no, I used that lion. It's this one. It's the tiger. So that goes in there. Now let's see just if there's another tiger images. Or actually I have tigers. Let's use a safari something photo. Maybe a tree, an elephant. Let's see, what else do we want to, like these would not work. Just to show you again something, like if I drag that in, whoops, I did not drag it, I dropped it too soon. If I drag that in, I mean, the giraffe is more kind of at the edge there. That's not a bad design. Whoops, delete that. I like this tree right here. That's kind of a cool design right there. Well, maybe not. Let's see. I can't tell if those are hunters, so I'm not going to put that in there. Let me find another design. Oh, this one is cute right there. Let's see if that works with it. It's perfect. Okay, so there's your design. That's all it takes, is just dragging and dropping it within each frame that you have. Once you're happy with the layout, you're happy with the images and everything, then you go up here to share, you download, and you want to download a JPEG file. So you click up here, you have all these choices of what you want to download. You're going to click on JPEG, and I don't really change any of these. I leave them as the default, and then I download the image. So you can see it's downloading the JPEG file, and it's right there. So this is beautiful, perfect for the design. Now, once I have the image downloaded, I'm going to go to the app to create my pattern. So I go to photobookart.com, and then I upload my design there. So I have my download right here. That's my latest download. I'm gonna drag it and drop it in here, and then you drop it right there from your design. Let's say I'm gonna do ink saver, and then we'll do 390 pages. I know it says odd page on there. You can use the even page, works perfectly fine. And then the height, usually the 23 centimeters, which translates to 9.055 inches. Very important, you want to make sure you enter the height in inches. Once you do that, you click on generate PDF, and then this is going to spin for a second and then create the pattern for you. Okay, so at this point, you're going to enter your name, email, and proceed to checkout. It's $1.99 for the pattern. Subscription coming soon, I promise. I will certainly let everyone know when that's the case, but it's in the works, literally. So once you enter that information and the payment, then you can download you'll click on the download the banner, download the pattern PDF file, and it will be on your computer in the download folder. So once you download the file and you find it in your download folder, I've named it Safari, but there is the circle, that's the top one, the bottom one, and then we get to the point where the middle one is right there, part of it. And you just upload the photos. I mean, the ones that I did, I used from theirs, but if you upload your own photos, you can just use, you drag your own photo in here. So if I delete that and I take Lily in there, then that's what that looks like. Now, this dog, when I drag in, it's not gonna work because it's such a long photo this way. When I drag it in, whoops, dropped too soon again. I didn't wait for it to click to the circle. As you can see, that photo does not work. Okay, so if you have any questions, comment below. If you end up using this kind of layout or pattern, I would love to see you post it in my Facebook group. I think you can actually make this pattern, just download it and without the folding, which I have a link in the description box for that video, the latest video showing you how to fold between the images. But if you want to just do it just as a straight 4-edge photo strip and apply it just to the edges of the pages, then you can certainly do that. You don't have to do the folding that I did between all these images. Okay, but any questions, comment below. Again, would love to see your work. As usual, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next project. Have a super day.